It's not bolted down, but I did it, guys. Ah, there it is. Is this on?
Well, let's go.
Welcome back to Home Wrenchers. Today we got Stone Cold Steve Austin here to help me open a can of whoop ass on this thing.
Good night, sweet prince. Oh, no!
And don't forget, Hoonigan's dropping all the shorts. I'm not wearing Crocs because I'm tired of getting them dirty, so I'm wearing these piece of craps. Dirty, so I'm wearing these piece of crap.
Nani?
But yeah, check out thehoonigan.com. They got mad shorts right now. Super comfortable to work in, but you could also take them to the beach whenever your beach is open. So I'm not going to the beach, but your boy likes to be comfortable. Check this out. Look at the stretch on that. Ooh. Anyway, back to this. I had to stop last time because I didn't have the proper socket to torque down the ARP head studs. So I ordered up an angle grinder and went to work on this socket. It's a little inconsistent, but before it didn't fit in here at all. And now we got enough room to do the damn thing. So let's go ahead and torque down this head, get the cams in, torque those down, and then the long block is pretty much ready to go. We'll just have to do some small miscellaneous things to tighten it up, water pump. I got some new stuff, I'll show you in a little bit. But hey, new headlights. Picked up these headlights from JDM California, HID Aristo boys, but also picked up the CD 009 from them as well. So we're gonna go ahead and modify this in order to adapt it to the 2JZ. We got the Collins adapter kit and all that good stuff. We'll pull all that out, lock down the motor, cut the transmission, adapt it to the 2JZ, and then we'll kind of figure out where we're gonna go from there. So we're gonna torque this bad boy down in 3 sequences. We're gonna hit it with a 30, 60, 80. Maybe 85, just because I'm always scared to do what I'm told. So I just go a little overboard and make sure it's extra tight. I don't want any issues with this because, you know, these hands aren't really built for this. So a 30, 60, 80, done. Throw the cams in, and then we are done assembling the setup minus water pump and a couple of other small things. So let's get to work. All right, now it's time to drop in the Kelford cams. These are the T202Ds, which are 272, 278. So these should have a nice little chop to them. I looked up a couple videos on YouTube and I'm pretty excited what these do to the 2JZ. So. Miggy. I just need to make sure I'm not gonna fuck this up.
I got you. And I got an example in front of me for whenever you're ready to time it.
Okay. Damn, so. Bruh. What?
I'm ready whenever you're ready, so you're good.
Damn. How many of these things you got?
There's like 5 here, the 3 are leaving, but I'm building like 4 more in the next week and a half.
You're just a monster, man. You're just pumping them things out.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it, boy. You gotta do it.
Hey, I'm low-key falling in love with this, like, because it's fairly simple, and I know it's gonna make a shit ton of power. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's not hard to work, and you just gotta get by all the small little shit.
Yeah, I tell you.
Once you get past all that, it's really good.
Yeah,
like, not bad.
No, honestly, this has been super easy. It doesn't matter exactly what position these things are in right here.
Just the easiest position they can go down.
All right,
That's it.
all right.
Yeah, so you did everything correct already. So
okay.
All you gotta do is just torque them down to spec. Do it 3 times. So like if you do like you're torquing them down, and the first initial time, make sure that they're just like, they're in, and then the second time, you know, put them down all the way, and then the third time you like torque them to like 15 foot-pounds.
Okay.
So like so don't do it super crazy, just be super gentle with it.
Okay, so
act like you're doing it with an RB.
Right.
This shit's break. Breathe breathe on a
I never touched on an RB before, but all right. So finger tight, light crank, and then a 15. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it done, sir. Thank you. I gotta be honest, it's been a couple years since I've had a motor that I'm comfortable working on by myself. I haven't learned all the in and outs of rotary, so those things are scary to touch for me. But, you know, I look at people like Rob Dahm. He said, I'm just gonna dive into it and fail as much as I need to until I got it figured out, and now he's building 4 rotors. We'll get there eventually, but for now, we're gonna take the easy route and drop some 2Js and some big bodies, but everything looks good. So cam seals, water pump, I got a fluid damper pulley for it, put the tensioner back on, set timing, and then this is done. There's a couple things I'll have to figure out, like the water pump's got a little tube that goes around the bottom here, but I have that. Put the VVTi oil line back on, just all the little tiny things. But other than that, this thing is pretty much locked and loaded. Definitely going to attack the CD09 tomorrow though. It's a little too late to do it right now. My son's bedroom is right there and he's already going to sleep. So I'll get karate chopped if I try to start cutting right now, not by him. We're back at it in the garage, buttoning up the 2J. I put this on, putting the water pump on after it's done degreasing out there. Gonna blast it with the pressure washer. I put the cam caps on here, so finished. All the cam caps are on. Clean this up a little more, then put the crank pulley on, but I'm waiting for the timing cover to come in. I ordered a new one. I could throw the old one back on there, but it's really nasty. We're waiting for the new one to come. eBay's got a bunch of OEM Toyota stuff for super cheap. It's gonna be a couple days before that shows up. Also ordered a new crank pulley bolt because why use the same one when they're cheap on eBay as well? So, but for now, let's get the cams on. Let's get the water pump on, clean this up, and then we can start cutting that transmission. J's are easy. I like it. I mean, I can't say it's easy until it runs. Once we see this running, then I can call this easy. We're almost there. I need to attack this before my son's bedtime so that I don't wake him up. With the Collins adapter, it requires you to cut pretty much this bell housing off so you can mount the 2J bell housing to that with the Collins Garage adapter kit. Let's not waste any time and just get this done. Before we attack all the Collins adapters and the Clutchmaster clutch kit and stuff like that, I'm gonna throw a coat of paint on this and on the JZ bell housing just so it doesn't look like a pile of crap. Also gotta remove the shifter because we won't be using this one. Got a serial 9 shifter on the way. So throw some paint on this and then we will go ahead and attack attaching this Collins adapter. I don't really need to go too in depth in this. Vinny did this on his car. There's a bunch of videos online. Collins has a video about how to do it on his page too, but I will show you my steps to do it. Let's go ahead and slap some paint on this bad boy and get to work.
One extremely annoying shift later.
Yes, I painted the floor, and of course, my Twitch community is reminding me that I painted the floor, so I do garage streams and some other streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/herlife if you want to join the crew. Hey Twitch, say hi. Say hello. Okay, we got some twerks in there. There we go. All right, now we're talking. There it is. There you go, Twitch. We got some Haas bosses in there. We got some Mitches. Is that a booty? We got some booty. We got Don Pierre. Yeah, so we live on Twitch. If you want to see some behind the scenes on the Home Wrenchers, aka that I make Jolly and the rest of the editors edit out, are live right here on Twitch. So yeah, so there's Twitch. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back to work. So say bye to YouTube. Paradise, man, you love that thing. I I'll see myself later. Yes, he will. Transmission is gold, letting that dry off before we dive into that. So to kill time, I figure we attack the timing on this bad boy. I already hit up Miggs and he told me the trick. He sent me a video on how to do it. So basically, top dead center, you match that line up with this mark on the top of the cam cover, whatever, the timing cover. I don't know what you call that thing, but you basically line up these timing marks with these humps there. So that's TDC, that's set. And then there's another timing mark here, right there. For it to be TDC, you have to match it with that. But with this tensioner and the way you have to put the belt on and the way it rotates on, we actually need to set this mark one tick back. When we get the belt on and rotate it, it'll actually set it to TDC with the tensioner and everything. First things first, let's rotate this. Ooh, that was a little much. So we're gonna back it off just a hair. I didn't expect it to spin that easy. So if I'm not mistaken, this is where Miggs wants me to have it. Now I need to loosen this so I can get the belt on and in place, and then we'll tighten it as we go. So he also said I need to stick a pin in here, I guess, to keep the tensioner down, to keep this locked. I gotta see if I have anything that small, so. I am timing. This is a part of cars that I never fucking do. Timing is so scary.
All right, so easy, right there, TDC, right here. And then this is the trick. This needs to be one tooth for TDC. You'll figure out why in a second. I'm gonna tighten this all the way up. I'm gonna tighten this all the way up. All the way up. Which we can. All right, now take the pin out. Now what's gonna happen is, since the pin is like that, all I'm gonna do is rotate this, and now it's in time. So whenever I go to rotate everything, it's now in time.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty good actually. TDC, TDC, TDC. I think I did it, guys. I think I did it. Looks like butter. Got this brand new timing cover from eBay. On the stock one, these get all worn out and oiled up and heat melted and all kinds of crazy shit. So I figured let's just try to make this engine look as nice as possible and get a new one of these. So we'll put this on, get the fluid damper crank pulley on. The motor is pretty much ready to go. So let's button up the front of this motor and then we can start working on the CD09. Ooh, that looks good.
Gold member.
That looks good. I can't believe it. I can't believe I did it. I can't believe it. It's not bolted down, but I did it, guys. Okay, we got this beautiful fluid damper crank pulley, and this will eliminate any chance of failure, and it's just much nicer with beautiful timing marks you can actually read. SFI fluid damper. Also got one for the K24 as well because I hear those suck too. So if you got crank pulley issues, you know what to do. Fluid damper. And like I said before, I got a new bolt along with that timing cover because why reuse the old stuff when you can just drop a new one in there. Perfectly timed. We're good. Yo, we got a motor. Okay, here we have it. The gold member ready to go. So as we're gonna take off this input shaft cover, clean up some stuff, and then get ready to mate this Collins adapter to this. Thankfully, the Collins Garage Kit comes with a little instruction manual, so if you haven't done it before, you can just read through this. We're just gonna blast through it. as hard as I thought it would be. You know, you just got to do a little bit of cutting here. There's a couple nubs, one right there, one right here that you had to grind down so it sits flush. But other than that, it was all pretty easy. We got a kind of gold transmission. CD09 transmission ready to go. Waiting on the serial 9 shifter. That's going to replace all that junk back there. Next on the list is taking the motor off the engine stand. Isn't that funny? Motor off engine stand. Take the motor off the motor stand because it's a motor. Eat shit. Put the flywheel on, put the clutch on, and then throw the transmission on the back of that. So we are getting pretty close to wrapping this thing up. Definitely done for the night. It's pretty late. I got some food inside waiting for me. So we are going to just leave this here. All right, pulling a late session in the garage. As you saw, the JZ is all buttoned up, ready to go. I threw the valve covers on it just for the feels, just to make it look complete. I definitely want to paint them or get some nicer ones because I see people offer billet valve covers and things like that. But attach the hooks to make the motor easy to come on and off the stand. So we're going to take it off, put it on the floor. I need to chop off this unnecessary piece here, and that's so that when we're sliding the motor set in, it does not affect the transmission tunnel or anything like that. No need for this extra bulkiness, and hopefully I don't have to modify the trans tunnel whatsoever. So let's drop the motor, put the pilot in, put the flywheel in, put the clutch on, and then slide that bad boy onto here. First thing we need to do is press this custom Collins Garage pilot into here. So basically says take a hammer and whack it in there. Motor came off the stand, pilot, flywheel, clutch, all on, boom. And I did a test off camera. I took the bell housing off and mounted it to the motor so that, you know, there's like 3 or 4 different bell housings the Toyota comes with. And depending on the bell housing, it may have these nubs. But depending on the clutch kit you're using, if the pressure plate is massive, you have to grind these nubs down for clearance. But luckily my Clutch Masters FX400 is the perfect size for this bell housing, so I don't have to grind anything. I could mount the transmission to the motor right now, but I still need to grind this down, and it just makes more sense to do it before I mount that. It's a little too late to be grinding and all that craziness. I'll be back in the morning. We're gonna knock this out. Keep it moving. Holy shit. Keep it moving. So after a little bit of struggling, my Frankenstein 2J is now mounted to the Goldmember CD009. So just to give you a quick rundown on what we did, Collins adapter kit, it comes with a flywheel and this billet plate, which allows you to use the Toyota bell housing on a Nissan CD009 350Z transmission. Cool thing about this Collins kit is it also comes with a cross member for the transmission, so you don't need to make a custom mount, and it also comes with a drive shaft. As for your clutch solution, you just get whatever works for you. I chose the Clutch Masters FX400. I use Clutch Masters on all my cars and they work great for me, so I didn't see any reason to go with anything else. And then over here, as you saw, we put the Kelford cams in, 272, 278s with the valve springs and retainers and SuperTech valve seals. Button the head up nice. I saw a lot of comments about the GE head because I said it flows better. I should have specified it flows better on the exhaust side, and the GTE head flows better on the intake side, at least from what I see on the internet and what I hear from friends. So you can do whatever research you want to do and argue with me, but it doesn't matter because I built the head. It's going to make 700 horsepower, so it doesn't matter. It's going to party. It's a 2JZ. You could install everything backwards and it'll still make 500 horsepower. So serial 9 shifter should be here first things first on the next episode. So we're going to knock that out, clean the engine bay, and throw this motor set right back in the car. So as always, thank you guys for watching Home Wrenchers. Make sure to check out all the other episodes. Surprise, surprise, K-Truck is coming back. Knuckle Busters Phase 2 for the diesel Camaro is coming back. So just be patient. You know, we're transitioning. We're slowly opening back up and slowly getting back to work on things. So thank you for watching.